I was really hoping that if I were to make a follow-up video on this guy, it would leave off on a good note, you know? I would get an apology for all the stuff that's happened, I would get my money back, and we'd at least be in good terms, you know, be best buddies after this. But no. Alright, to get the full context as to what I'm going to be talking about in this video, there will be a link to the first video in the description. I recommend watching the first 10 minutes of that and then come back to this video. So after this kid has actually treated me like absolute garbage, I just thought it'd be fun to still upload a video on the situation. The most important part I wanted him to get out of the video was to look back at what he's doing. What's he doing wrong? And what has brought him up to this point where he's always having these mental breakdowns? I threw in jokes here and there so you don't get bored out of your mind, but here we are, a month later. Did he do any self-reflecting at all? Not at all. Did he even try? No, not even close, dude. And I think that's what really upsets me, is a person, I can change my view on a person very, very quickly, alright? If you can show me, you can change. If you can show me some decency, some respect, and admit to your fault, you're on my good side right away. I am a very easy person to please. I am a very forgiving person on top of that. But this kid has not learned a single thing from my video. He is back to the same routine where I won this international award, I have this movie coming up, oh, my album's dropping next week. It's a bunch of nonsense. Now, I didn't even expose him at all for being a fake celebrity. I just looked at his posts, I just thought they were pretty funny and hilarious, I poked fun at it, and then the viewers basically filled in the gaps with something called common sense. I don't understand this kid. I'm face palming so hard that I think I can convince somebody that I've been mugged. Alright, so shortly after the first video went up, I got into contact with him and we just started having small talk. He told me that he was gonna pay me back the $60 instead of $50, and I told him, 50 is fine, I want my money, not yours. And at one point he even told me, no lie, your video is low-key funny, and I was slowly starting to gain respect for the guy again. This is the thing that got me so upset, was after that he asked me, don't you think I deserve an apology? As soon as I heard that, I knew he did not get the point of the video, and I told him, no, my video was there for you to do some self-reflecting. On top of that, I exposed you for the money that you stole, which is a pretty scummy thing. Stealing is not okay. I could have given you $20 or $10, but that was still pretty scummy for you to steal it. And you try to excuse it by saying your producer didn't schedule this, or he's not responsible for you, alright? He's not responsible for wiping your ass, Alonso. You're responsible for yourself. So then I asked him, don't you think I deserve an apology? And then he said, for what? So I ran down the list of everything that he's done up to this point. Then he offered me an ultimatum saying, if I don't take down the video, you are not gonna see your money. And I just rolled my eyes and told him the truth. Dude, it's not your money to begin with, so don't even start with that. He told me that his payday was on a Thursday, so I have not messaged him in like 4 days until that Thursday. Just as I was about to message him, when can I expect the money to be in my account? No response. And then I got 3 messages from 3 different people telling me like, I'm glad Alonso gave you your money back. And I just got confused as hell. I never got any money, not even an email about it. For anybody that's wondering why I had to censor the text messages from those people, it's because Alonso will deliberately go out of his way to harass or just straight up block those people. Alonso is doing the same shit all over again. He isn't gonna pay me my money back, and I think he made that pretty clear in the first video. Why was I not shocked that he blocked me again? I had to make several accounts, and as of right now, he's still blocking me. Sometimes not even blocking me and just flat out ignoring my messages, and when I comment on his Instagram post like, hey, respond to my messages, he deletes those comments and just flat out ignores me. I just want to address this post that he posted about him playing victim.
What a bitch.
First of all, there's no reason for you to play victim, alright? Everybody that saw the video knows what you did wrong. And second, nobody's attacking you. Your own friends are trying to tell you, hey, you did something bad. Why don't you just do the right thing? That's not attacking you, Alonso. Why do you not understand that? One of Alonso's friends actually messaged me that, hey, Alonso's actually talking shit about you on his stream.
This is fucking bullshit drama going on, basically, about this dumb ass piece of shit called Agent Nibbles. If you guys ever heard of Agent Nibbles, comment down below.
For those of you that are wondering who this girl is, she's basically Alonso's best friend, and I briefly went over her in the first video and didn't really elaborate on anything else after that. Basically, she went on Alonso's stream because she got pissed off at me that I mentioned her in the video, and I didn't really say anything bad. I just said she's at fault for Alonso having this mentality that he's rich and famous, and that's not necessarily a good thing. I mean, she's trying to be nice, encouraging him, I get that, but you're also enabling him to have this mentality where he has to treat people like garbage. That's why I said you're at fault for that. She took it out of context, and she thought I was saying she's at fault for everything that Alonso has done up to this point about the stolen money. And I had to describe to her and tell her that many times over and she still didn't get the point, and now here she is in the video talking trash about me when she doesn't even understand the situation. I don't think there's justifying stealing money. Like, I get it, he's your friend, but how is it that every single one of Alonso's friends saw a problem with the stolen money and not you? The thing I find so funny about this whole situation is beforehand, she was talking to one of my friends saying like, oh, she doesn't want to be part of the drama, and we were just talking to her just to get into contact with Alonso, right? We were asking her to get help, and the only thing she would say is she's not responsible for it, and we kept repeating over and over again, yeah, it's not your responsibility, but could you at least help? And then she goes on to saying that if she does not want to be a part of this drama, blocks her and then blocks me, and then here she is, only an hour later on a stream, deliberately inserting herself into the drama. That's not how it works. Asia, I'm not mad at you, and I'm not trying to put you in the spotlight because I'm upset at what you said. What I'm upset about is you inserted yourself into the drama after you wouldn't help and say that you don't want to be part of the drama. Like, thoroughly think the situation through before you actually act on it.
Or something. Type something up.
Look, bitch, who gives you the fucking right to make a video about me and talk a whole lot of shit? Because, bitch, I am capable of more than just talking shit, bitch. We could go to the full extent law, bitch. I swear to God, you fucking got me so fucking heated.
Excuse me while I walk away from my monitor really quick. I cannot believe what I am hearing. Okay, first of all, I think I'm entitled to my own opinion, as is everybody else. I think that's where I have the right. And if I said something bad about you, like, who really cares? Like, imagine if you were a celebrity, right? You're gonna be put in the spotlight all the time. A normal person will get judged and criticized a lot, alright? If you want to be famous, it's gonna happen to you, but just on a much grander scale. You gotta get used to it if you want to be a celebrity. And secondly, why are you bringing up the law like it is fully legal, especially on YouTube since it falls under the terms of service? I am fully allowed to express my opinion and thoughts on you. Alonso, rewatch my first video. I threw harmless jokes, not even close to insults. The closest thing that came to an insult was saying I have no respect for you, and that's because I don't. You lie extensively and you try to manipulate the truth to your friends that already know what happened. They already know you're in the wrong. I don't understand the point of that. So why is this stream like 50% insults and then the other 50% is just personal attacks? Unfortunately, that's where the clip that Alonso's friend sent me ends. I actually did watch the entire stream, and I actually downloaded a screen recorder from my phone after the stream was over, so I didn't get to capture anything else. But another point that I want to address in the stream was he kept calling me a little sissy for not showing my face, and I didn't show my face in the video because I'm a sissy. I didn't show my face because I want privacy either. It has nothing to do with that. I actually show my face quite a lot during streams, and the reason I didn't show my face in the video is because I'm nowhere near as good looking as you, Alonso, alright? Yeah! And quite frankly, there's nothing particularly interesting about recording myself. On top of that, I don't have a good quality camera. Well, the closest thing I have to a good camera is the camera on my Galaxy S9, but the quality on that ends up coming out bad when I don't have decent lighting. So it's just better to show gameplay since I'm able to capture it in 1080p at 60 FPS. Also, I think I find it pretty funny that he's trying to act hard and ghetto in the entire stream. Alonso, I hate to say this, but you kind of lost all sense of intimidation when you throw a mug like a little girl. I mean, I'm not a tough person myself, but please don't smash a mug over my head. Another thing that he kept bringing up so many times in the stream is, you're never gonna be as successful as me. Surely I believe this is actually a troll. There's no way he actually believes waving at a bunch of Diglets hiding underground in an empty parking lots is successful. I'm not showing Alonso's stream because, like, oh, I'm upset that he was calling me this and that. Like, I can care less what he thinks about me. The thing that upsets me is the reasoning behind it is he somehow still believes that I'm at fault for something. And that's not true at all. I offered you a win-win situation without asking for anything in return, right? You get paid to talk about your channel. It's a win-win for you. I don't understand why you decided to spit on my face about it. And I'm gonna say this to every one of his viewers or anybody that's still following him or whatever. Please stop supporting the fake celebrity thing. And I know this sounds mean, but trust me, I don't want anybody to take this out of context. I am not saying, hey, spit on Alonso's dreams. Tell him that he's never gonna get there. I want Alonso to actually prove me wrong and actually end up famous like 10 so years down the line. Like I said about Asia, if you keep supporting it, he is not going to get anywhere, and at the same time, you're also giving him this mentality that he just has to treat people like
specks of dust beneath our fingernails.
If you want to support him, do it the right way by telling him, stop the fake celebrity thing and actually work towards your goal. Now, I'm going to post a screenshot on the screen, but I want you guys to tell me, do you notice anything strange about the screenshot? Anything that stands out by any chance? What if I told you the first time me and my friends reacted to his channel, we each left constructive criticism on his channel? Some people have addressed the lighting, editing, the acting, maybe even offering some equipment that you could invest money into to make the quality at least look like it wasn't shot on iPhone 4. One of my friends was even nice enough to leave links to equipment that can help out with some of the stuff. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Alonso claims he's famous, but can't get the most basic thing down, and that's that everybody is gonna throw criticism your way. And criticism is not there to get you upset or to put you down. It's not there to tell you like give up. That would be something an asshole would say. Criticism is there to help you improve. Anybody and everyone is vulnerable to criticism. And it's so weird that Alonso just somehow blocks out criticism. Like, even if you so much as question him, like, are you real? Or is this movie real? He will block you, and it's just really weird mentality. Like, I do not understand this at all. But Alonso, if you want to improve your YouTube channel, it starts with a little bit of charisma, a smile, and a good attitude, and you just don't have any of that. You're just an asshole. Fix that problem, and then maybe you would at least start seeing improvement, because as it stands right now, your YouTube channel is not doing well when it has more videos than subscribers. I'm kind of glad you're not actually famous right now, because holy crap, would you be an awful influence. Now, for the people that have actually helped me get into contact with Alonso, helped me with the whole money situation, and even supported the first video, I greatly appreciate it. I honestly thought I was just going to be bombarded with hate and dislikes for just addressing this, and it wasn't anything like that. You guys were all very reasonable people, and I greatly appreciate the help. But I think it's time to call it quits. Alonso has just reached a level of ignorance, and we all know he's not going to give me my money back or even try to reason. And Alonso, go ahead and keep the money. Spend it on a bunch of potato chips at the nearest gas station, alright? Was it a good trade-off? $50 for the trust and respect of whatever little friends you still had left? I don't really think so. But just stop bringing up my name and ranting about me on your streams, because I'm not to blame for this. I offered you help, and you basically just brought this on yourself by just treating me like absolute garbage. Okay, so I was actually in the process of uploading this video. I got it fully rendered, fully edited, and it was done, ready to upload. I actually had to stop the upload because one of my friends had just notified me that Alonso finally made a video at least addressing the problem. Not the fake celebrity problem, but at least the stolen money. But let's take a quick look at it.
We have some additional long overdue to address. It was just intense, annoying, a lot of harassment going on.
Oh my god, Alonso, it's your own friends trying to tell you to do the right thing. That's not harassment. That's just them being friends.
So this whole situation, the podcast with Agent Nibbles made offered us a podcast interview for free. It was fine. We were gonna set it up. Told him I needed $10 to pick her up. That didn't happen because the car wasn't available the first time. I didn't know until last minute.
So from the way he worded it, like the car wasn't available, that just tells me like he lied to me about owning a car. And yes, he did tell me that he needs gas, and then I told him, well, I'm not responsible for paying for your gas. And then that's when he asked my friend for $120 worth of gas money. Like, where did that even come from?
And second time was $20 for the second time to pick you up. That didn't happen, but you still came because the phone wasn't working. And then he had some incidents that he didn't tell you about. He had some troubles going on too, because it's not all of just us making changes. He did some changes too. He didn't tell his part of the story.
Okay, so the part that Alonso is referring to was when we were setting up the podcast, and I said in my first video that he's making this excuse of like, oh, he's not feeling good, oh, his throat hurts, he's got this coming up, he has that coming up. Most of the time, he doesn't tell me that ahead of time. He just waits until like I'm sitting right here on my computer waiting on Skype, like or when am I gonna get a message? Hey, are you gonna respond? He doesn't respond to a single thing until literally the next day, telling me, can we schedule it for another day? Instead of just letting me know ahead of time that, hey, can we schedule it for another day? That way I'm not sitting here when I could be making plans to go to the movies or hanging out with my friends. Yeah, and out of the entire week that we were trying to set up the podcast, I had to cancel one of them, and that's because my brother was having a soccer party upstairs. And I'm not sure if you guys realize this, but this microphone is not the best microphone out there. It picks up so much background noise that if I stay quiet, you guys can hear the fan on my computer. I had to reschedule it because it's just insanely loud in the house and nobody wants to hear that in the background of a podcast. But I did let him know ahead of time.
He offered us $300, but that never happened.
What? When did I ever... What? I'm still scratching my head. I'm not sure if you realize this, but I work a minimum wage job, and the minimum wage over where I live is incredibly low. Trust me, if I had $300, it would probably never go towards you.
And what basically happened is just that we were both so integrally busy that I have some evidence to show you guys that we are busy people. All this right here, scheduled, bookings, meetings, conferences.
I'm pretty sure like a piece of my soul just left my body. Alonso has this notebook where he keeps track of all his schedules and everything. I can easily do that over my phone using the calendar app. It's not really that important of a thing, but the fact that he brought it up and now showed us that he has something to keep track of this stuff and still doesn't follow through on it is just more evidence that he did not want to do the podcast.
And if you want to book us, you gotta pay us up front because we don't play that scamming stuff. If it's professional, then we'll accept it afterwards. But low budget, you gotta pay us up front.
Okay, Alonso, I just want you to stop using the word professional because you most certainly did not show any professionalism towards me when I just wanted to have a podcast, get into contact with you, and so on. I'm not going to run through the list again. If you want to get paid up front, that's completely fine, but when you were demanding it, the full pay instead of like a fraction of it, and then get the rest after you're done, it just sounds incredibly shady. That's the best way I can put it.
People painting over me saying I'm this type of person when I'm not. I'm not a thief. Even ask Asia, do I steal money? No.
Is he serious? Hey, best buddy that's sitting right next to me that's obviously going to agree with every single point I'm going to make. Do I steal money? No, you don't. Like, Alonso, come on, dude. Also, you can't say that, like, the way people are portraying you as this and that, you cannot say it's not true when there's undeniable proof in the first video.
We don't have to apologize, but I guess to be nice, we'll apologize for every inconvenience that happened during this period of time of this experience. But we're gonna be nice people.
Alright, notice how he said we don't have to apologize and he does the air quotes, right? This is the closest he's ever gonna come to give me a legitimate apology, and that was not an apology itself. That was just him saying like, oh, we don't have to. He's actually right, you don't have to, but it'll at least make you look like a decent person. And this video isn't an apology, it's just more excuses to add on to the amount that he's already put on there. Secondly, you can't seriously just treat me like absolute garbage and then I upload a video showing all the proof and then you just go around going like, oh, but what are the nice people here?
We're just glad this whole entire thing, hopefully everyone can move on for their lives, continue, and forget.
Oof, you see there's a slight problem with that. Have you ever heard of the phrase, the internet never forgets? It's literally what it says. You post something out there, it will get archived and it's on there forever, even if you delete it. You can delete your channel, you can delete your Instagram, and then like 5 years down the line, if you start your YouTube channel back up, somebody's gonna go like, oh shoot, I remember you. Alright, so as of right now, it is March 25th at the time of this recording. A full 5 days since Alonso's upload. The rest of the video is just him saying that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay him back when I can. You've actually had way longer than 5 days. You've actually had all of this month and all of last month. You never paid me back then. You still haven't unblocked me 5 days after your upload. And there's even a group chat with me, Alonso, and 2 of his friends telling him to unblock me. I'm not going to show the screenshot here because Alonso, for some reason, decided to send a very pornographic photo as a way of saying like, this is my middle finger basically. You're not gonna change. This video is nothing more than a bad attempt at PR control. Now, like I said earlier in the video, I don't care if he gives me the money back. I just want him to stop this really shitty attitude towards me. I also want him to stop blaming me for everything because again, it's not my fault. It's like Alonso loves to inflict self-harm on himself, but it's always somebody else's fault. I'm trying to help you, Alonso, but as my brothers and dad used to say, I'm not willing to help somebody who's not willing to help themselves. Now, please don't send any hate over to his channel. If you do, it doesn't make you look any better than he does. And quite honestly, I think I've had just about enough of the situation. It's gone on for way too long, longer than it ever should have. If you guys really liked what you saw here, please hit the like button or hit the dislike button. Hitting either of them helps you as a viewer by telling the YouTube algorithm if you do or don't want to watch any of my future content, and it also helps me as a creator by letting me know if I'm making the right kind of content for you guys. Now, in my previous video, I've said I haven't done YouTube in well over 4 years, and honestly, looking at the positive feedback I've gotten in the first video, I'm honestly really thinking about getting back to doing YouTube again. So I've actually created a Twitter account specifically for YouTube. I'm also just going to post memes and so on there if you guys want to check it out. Also gonna link my Twitch in the description if any of you guys want to pop in and just say hi. I stream fairly regularly and I even have a set schedule and countdown on there for when I get on. But anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys later.